It's live.
We're live.
So I mentioned in my video Sunday. Was that what I did it? Yes, Sunday. Alie and I were gonna have a chat today.
Yes. And then you forgot about it.
Then I forgot about it. It was in my calendar.
It was in your calendar. But you were grocery shopping, so you were distracted, which is fair.
Yes. It was grocery shopping because I was like, I need stuff. I need to function as an adult human being whose kitchen hasn't been cleaned in a week and a half. Anyway.
That's fair.
So we both got pets on the table who've decided they wanted to join us. So this is Jamie, my little tortie.
And this is Gary. This is little Gary. He's my new puppy. He's not a puppy. Besos. Besos. Yes. That he's like 10 years old, but I call him a puppy because he's ridiculous.
Because he's little.
He's so little. Look at his face.
I'm pretty sure Jamie's convinced that her name is Kitty.
Cool.
Because that's what I yell a lot when I want her. I never actually call them by their names. They're just Kitty or Cat or what the hell.
Right. There we go. Well, Gary just decided he wanted to be on the floor. I think he actually wants something else from me that's going to take a bit more energy, but I'm not doing that yet. We've got a chat time.
Yes. So what are we talking about today, Alie?
Today we are talking about taking tarot breaks.
Tarot break.
Because we both have taken breaks from tarot. I am in the middle of one. You're kind of in the middle of one.
I'll probably go back to it.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to go back to tarot. It's just right now I have a lot of unpacking of bullshit to do. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and mine is kind of the opposite. It's like, I'm tired of unpacking the bullshit.
Oh. See, and that's the thing is that, like, your blockage, you aren't reading for yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you are not reading for others.
Right. And so, like, my problem is that as soon as I tried to use tarot as my main source of income, I stopped valuing it.
Interesting. Because I know you were like really excited, like just like a month or so ago, like you're gonna start a business and do all this and
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so excited, and then I started doing it, and then immediately tarot became the most boring thing to me on earth. Ooh. And I couldn't, like, I actually have a client who I need to send a message to and just be like, I'm sorry, I've been trying to do your reading for 3 weeks. Please request a refund from Etsy. I can't just give you one.
Wow.
Like, it won't let me just give you a refund.
Yeah, I know that feeling a lot. Cat is trying to touch the keyboard. I know one of the reasons actually why I haven't set up a shop or done any of that or like really monetized tarot for me beyond like tips at the bar or like random people who, you know, when I was doing tip reading on Tumblr, which clearly I have fallen out of that in my vaguely unanticipated general break from everything. Sorry, cat fur. But one of the reasons why I never I just keep putting off doing the shop thing is because I know I'm like gonna be held to a time standard, honestly. And I definitely have that brain where it's like, oh, I want to do this on my own. Cool. I'll you know, motivational factors are different. But the second it becomes something I'm required to do, I'm just like,
that's not happening.
Yeah, like, oh, now it's an obligation. I have to do this. Oh, this is so hard. I'm gonna do something else.
Yeah.
So fascinating. Like, I had several readings, many readings. Like, this is like really came to a head, I think, last summer, last fall. It was just like so many in a row, and I was like, and you know, and I'm such a perfectionist too. That was like, if it's not perfect, then it's not. There's no point sending it out, right? So it's just like, if it's not like the best, most perfect, most amazing like reading that I can give via writing, which my perfectionism around writing and everything like that also made it hard. It was just, yeah. So I get it.
Yeah, and see, that's what's interesting is that like you write, so you do all the writing, whereas I'm on video.
Mm-hmm.
And so first of all, I'm on my phone right now because Mercury retrograde ate my laptop.
Oh.
So I won't be able to do readings anyway because I've tried this before. It does not work. But when you're on video and your job is to make space for people and to really show up for them and be there for them, there's no faking it when you're ready to just like take a nap.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's kind of interesting because like I get that, and also because I've done a few video readings, and also what's interesting to me is on the flip side, I'm trained in how to fake it.
Well, and I just can't. Like, I just can't. And so I'm just like, there was one reading that I was doing that I had to stop, and I was just like, no, no. Oh, sorry, the dog got a hold of one of the cables. Damn it, Gary. My phone, it's plugged into my ears, it's plugged into the wall. Anyway, but yeah, I had to just stop the reading and be like, this is bullshit. I am so sorry. And I sent it to them anyway after I did a proper one and was just like, look, I have no idea what the hell was going on during this first attempt, but if there's anything that resonates for you in that, amazing. And I'm going to send it to you anyway because it was for you. But please don't watch it till after you watch the good one because I swear to God.
Yeah. It's so interesting. Like when you go, and I do need to clarify that I was trained, right?
Yes. Sorry, I kind of glossed over that.
Oh no, you're fine. So was it and because I do face-to-face stuff every day where I deal with emotional stuff all the time. So as a social worker, you know, 2 degrees in social work. Like I have a BSW and I have an MSW, so I have my bachelor's and my master's in it. Like that's so much of what we're trained to do is how to be there and hold that space for people. Right. Like, so that's 5-ish years of training plus 3 years of doing stuff plus training and facilitation and groups and everything like that. And so like, and reading at the bar where I do this like in person, you know, and it's just like holding that space isn't necessarily hard for me. It's just, yeah, the emotional energy it takes to do it like in a way that's like genuine takes a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
like I don't
job day in and day out. Like, well, not day in and day out.
So then, like conversely, would you want to come home and have to do that more?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, it's a lot. It is, and you know, like I think that's one of the blocks behind the writing too, because it's a similar thing. Like, you know, it's not like holding that like physical. You can see me, you see my face, what I'm doing, all that kind of stuff. But you know, you're still writing. And like for me, writing is one of the best ways for me to articulate what I want to say. But so verbal and written stuff for me is very similar because I process both ways. And it's just like, you know, having that space for somebody like in the written word. And I can be very blunt. And I not to be very blunt, actually, because of that background that I have of like, okay, I don't necessarily want to be like, oh, maybe this, maybe that. I'm working on that actually. How to be a little less equivocating.
Yay.
Like, oh, I think this or I think that, you know, but also like I don't want to sit there and I know my reputation at the bar is someone who has no problems going like, well, this fucking thing, like.
But that's different because when you're with a person, I have found that it's there's a certain amount of like reading cues to see what level of honesty is acceptable. And I don't mean like honesty, I mean bluntness, because they're 2 different things.
Right. Yeah. I've definitely found that like holding that space in person is different than, you know, all the different mediums are different, right? Like, it's almost easier in some ways when you're in person to like have that grounding in place, so you can just sit there and like be in it, right? When you're in video, like you've got all the stuff around you and the person's not in front of you. You know, so you can't just be in it. You're staring at your cards going,
I find it I like the contrast between doing in person and doing on video, because when it comes to being on video, I get to really stick with what my intuition is and not have their like facial, like if they're closed off, not
Mhm.
start questioning myself because they're like just playing it close to the chest and they don't want to say anything.
Yep.
Or if they're in denial and they're just like blatantly refuting whatever I have to say.
Those are the fun ones.
Aren't they great? Aren't they great? Oh, so great. But
And
like
like,
with
I didn't
video, that doesn't happen.
yeah, yeah. And for me, it's interesting because, like, on one hand, yeah, the close, I don't like the totally closed off people. But on the other hand, you get the ones who get so emotional. and then
No, I know. Yeah.
and then there's people, I almost want to go, like, you need to stop. I literally had somebody who was, I don't remember if she actually started crying, but she was close because it was a relationship reading. And it was such an interesting reading because, like, essentially came down to like, yeah, you need to break up. But it wasn't because anybody was a bad person. It wasn't because they were bad, you know, in the relationship. It's just they were at cross purposes, right? Like they
Right.
had different goals. And she's like, oh, blah, blah. And I'm like, I get it. I really do. I understand. It's like, just put one more. So like, I remember pulling two of my, I pulled cards from in the middle. I think I pulled one from the top of the deck. And then she had me pull one from the middle of the deck. I don't remember which order they came in. They were definitely 3 of swords and 10 of swords as my like final word cards, and I just was like,
Like, do you even need me to say anything? Do you see these cards? Do you see them? Do you see them? Like, what's
just yeah, so hold that space kind of like give her that like space to like both push back and also like for herself and for reading. And I was just finally like, listen, like I know it's hard. I'm not denying it's hard, and also
the cards are saying it's hard. Like, look at that right there.
And also in my head, I wanted like I was feeling like Jack from 30 Rock, with the broom with Tina Fey and just doing like there.
Oh, I lost video on you. Damn it. I don't know if we disconnected. Hey.